Imagine you're running Google Ads and you're not able to retarget your audience. That's going to cost a lot of money, right? Or maybe you just want to make sure that your website is compliant in general. Well, today I'll be reviewing Complyfi, which is a tool that allows you to manage everything. Actually, this tool will manage everything for you. And you probably know these banners that you see on these websites, right? Where you can say, okay, I want to allow all cookies, or maybe you want to select a certain cookie that you want to allow, or you want to deny them all or allow them all. And when you do that, hey, you get an overview here of the cookies here. You can go back to the consent. You can also say, hey, I want to see the DPO, which is the data protection officer of this company, where you can make a claim or maybe ask a question. As you can see, there are many options here on this banner on my website that make my website compliant. Plus, it allows, or it's compliant with Google Consent Mode version 2, which is required in order to run Google Ads on your website and retargeting. So if this sounds interesting to you, today I'll be reviewing Complyfi, which allows you to set up this really easily. Now, I want to make sure that you understand that this is different than just having a cookie banner on your website. There are a lot of websites out there that simply have a cookie banner on their website and you click on it and nothing happens. This tool is totally different, as this will manage everything for you. So if people deny the cookies on your website, the cookies are not active to that specific user, and you can manage that all, and the user can manage that all. They can apply to certain cookies or deny certain cookies. And it's super simple to set up. So I'm going to do a full review. In case you're interested, make sure to check out the link in the description where you can find more information about the product, also the pricing, and also some extras that I'm going to give away, because I'm going to give you some generators, which makes it really easy to sell this service to other businesses as well. So make sure to check that out. For now, let's dive into it and let me show you how easy it is to set up a tool like this. So let's say we want to add my website here. We're going to click on Add New Website, and then we're going to add the title here. So I'm going to do Tim Verdouw here, and I'm going to paste my website URL, which is timverdouw.com, and I'm going to click Add Website. What will happen right now is that Complyfi will automatically detect all the cookies that are on my website and will add it to this setup. So when I go to the next page here, you can see the banner setup that is ready for me. So this is the design of this banner, as you can see. So from here, you can manage everything. So first of all, you can change the language. So you can see here, this is in English. And by the way, by default, when you add your website, it's already ready to go. You can basically add the code to your website and it's already ready to be used. However, this tool also notices which language the user is on. So when the user comes from the Netherlands, Dutch, for example, it will show the content in my own language. However, if you like to make changes, so for example here, the main message here, we use cookies to personalize, you can change everything in here. So if you want to remove stuff, you can see it removes it from the content in your banner here. So when you scroll down here, you have the options. So when I go to categories here right now, you can see we only have analytics here and marketing and ungrouped. So we can also say we want to have settings and we want to have vital as well. And now then these are also being added to your pop-up banner. So I'm going to do vital here or get rid of these two. And then you can see the boxes are available in here as well. So you will be able to make the changes in each box. You can even disable these boxes. So when I scroll up here, you can see this box is disabled. You can change everything to your own needs here. And when I go back here, I can also add my own privacy policy URL. So when I go back here, you can see here by default, it has this privacy URL. I can make my own privacy URL. I can say timverdouw.com/privacy. And now I have my privacy in here. I can also disable that if I don't like to have that on here. But basically, you can make all the changes in here. So for example, you can also say here, I only want accept. So when people visit my website, the only option that they will see here is to allow all cookies. So you can make these changes in here. You can do accept or decline. You can also say this, allow all, or customize. When people click on customize, they can customize it the way they like. And you can change the buttons in here as well. Also, the DPO button, which is the Data Protection Officer, if you enable this, you will see this button here as well. And that one can be managed here in the next tab. But first, let's go through the first part here in this tab. So basically, you have the tabs at the top, and when you select one tab here, you can manage the sub-tabs in here. So in this case, this is the main tab. And let's say I've made all changes in the English version in here. What I can do is I can say, for example, if I want to have this in Spanish, what I can do here is I can say, translate from language. So I already made changes to my English language. I can say proceed here. And what it will do now is it will translate this with AI, and it will translate this to Spanish. So it will use my modifications and translate all of that to Spanish. And there you go. You can see everything is now in Spanish here on the right side. Now let's say you made all different kind of changes here. You go back to English and you want to reset everything. You can say reset to default. And you can say, yes, change it. And now everything will be back to default and you can make your changes again. So that is in the content part. The template allows you here to make changes to this template. So this is navy blue. You can also say, for example, I want to have a neon grid. So that will show like this. And this looks different. It has different colors. When I go to categories here, I can select them like this. I can unfold them here and read the information. So I can simply swap. Let's say I want to do forest green here. Then it will show a forest green banner. So depending on your own needs here, and this one is, by the way, a banner at the bottom of your page, as you can see. That's also possible. And you can also make changes. So let's go back to navy blue here. Let's say you want to make the color changes. Then you will be able to change the code in here as well. So it has an HTML editor where you can make all the changes. And you have a CSS editor where you can make the color changes as well. So it's very flexible. In the compliance tab here, you can select the countries. So you can also say, for example, I'm not going to do all visitors. I am only going to make the changes for Africa. So this will only apply to Africa, and people in Africa will see this and they will be able to manage certain cookies. So that's very advanced here. As you can see, you can manage all of that in here as well. In the cookies tab here, you can see all the cookies that have been automatically detected and also categorized. So you can see here the analytics in here. These are analytics. This is marketing. A Facebook pixel is in marketing. And then we also have ungrouped, which I can manage. So for example, I can say here, this cookie here belongs to marketing as well. And now it's in my marketing cookies in here. And if I know about a cookie that I want to add as well, I can add a new cookie in here as well. And then I can simply add that to the cookies here on top. Inside of the privacy policy here, you have the cookie management, and that is the second banner that shows up when people have applied and they say, okay, accept all cookies. Then this button will appear on your website here. As you can see, it will show like this. And when they click on it, they can go to this pop-up here and they can withdraw the consent, or they can change the consent. Where they click this button, it will show the consent banner again, and they can make their changes if they like to. That's the first part. Then we have the Data Protection Officer, which you can set up. So in this case, it's default Cyril here, but you can upload your own picture, and Cyril is the creator of this platform. You can change the name in here. So for example, you could say here, this is Tim Verdau, and you see everything is changing in here. So you can make all these changes in here. As you can see, it's very flexible. You can make all these changes. You can say all buttons or only view my rights here, or view my rights in question here. You can set these settings in here, and also the return here. That's for the Data Protection Officer, which is in certain countries. You need to have this set up on your website. And that's the cool thing about this tool. It makes your website compliant. It's not only a banner on your website, it also handles everything for you. Now the template here, you can change the template here as well. And the next part is the consent record. Now let's show something like this. Let me switch to another one here. where I've set this up already. When you go to the consent record here, you can see people that have allowed the cookie. So this is my IP, already visited this, and you can see, okay, so this is for this specific user. So it will keep record of all these users. And that's what you see on this website here. This is when people allow or deny. When they click on this, it will be recorded in the backend here. Now the same thing here, when they go back here to change consent here, and they go to the DPO, for example, they can make a claim or ask a question. So when they make a claim here, they can fill out this information, and this will be recorded in the complaint record here as well. It will be shown in here as well for you. And this is basically your whole cookie consent management inside of a simple tool here. Now, the last thing that you need to do is you click on install, and this is the only thing that you need to do. You simply click on copy here, you get this code, and this will be added to the header of your website. And then you will have this on your website, and it will be managed for you. You are compliant with the laws. You can run Google Ads retargeting again. And the cool thing is you can also deliver this as a service to other businesses. This is required. This is a huge market. People get fined, businesses get fined for not being compliant. And you have the solution here by a simple tool like this, where you can go back here and you can simply click on add new website. You add the websites of your clients, and yeah, you can sell it. So in case you're interested, check out the link in the description of this video. We'll redirect you to my website where you can find more information about the pricing. And by the way, if you're seeing this during launch week, you do not have to pay a yearly fee. This will go to yearly right now. You can get it for a one-time price. You're going to get my bonuses as well. I got some really cool bonuses on my page that will help you to sell this tool to other businesses as well. So make sure to check that out. Also, please hit a thumbs up if this video was useful to you. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you haven't done yet. I do a lot of product reviews, marketing related, products like this, interviews with product creators as well. So hit that notification bell so that you get notified. And for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Talk soon. Cheers.